Boom. What's up? Oh, you're not wearing glasses, babe.
I'm not, because they won't stay on my head right.
Do a audio test.
My head's too small.
I do the make sure.
How are you guys getting these on to stay?
I have to
It's
look
too
through,
small for you, but it fits us.
I have to look through my
No, I
left
mean too
eye
big,
in order
sorry.
to see anything through these
Too big.
glasses.
Okay, good. Audio's
Look,
working.
see, they won't stay on me.
Mine, the two's like cutting on my nose, and so I've bent it to try to help, but it's like just trying to slice my nose
They're too
up.
small for me.
What's up, guys?
Too big for me, sorry.
You can notice, or you can probably tell that we're like glitter everywhere.
Ooh.
Way less energy than we were for the video game.
We
like
can't
our
talk.
throats are.
We can't
throats are messed
talk.
up.
We're old.
Speak for yourself.
We're all just kind of mellow and chilling.
I'm like, hello, welcome to the countdown.
Yeah.
We will be talking about our favorite 2020
We're
memories.
gonna count like this.
20.
10,
Everyone falls asleep.
2020.
9.
This will be the my Face ID is not working.
Your Face ID is not working. I wonder why.
I had that
Your
problem
eyes look a
earlier.
little different today. That's
Yeah.
why.
Face ID is not working. Apple, come on, get your
I
stuff
have mine
together.
right here because they are too big for my head.
Sparkly. All right. So what are we do? Oh, we'll recap because apparently when I cut the video on our last video, the audio on that one angle wasn't working. So we're gonna be playing some games and we have some prizes. We have some very oversized condes.
Ooh.
So we got this giant 10 pounds, not really 10 pounds, but it does feel very heavy.
What is
Giant
it?
ring pop.
Let me see.
Weighs a pound and a
It's-
half.
It is.
And
A
then
pound and a half.
we
Pound
have
and a
this
half.
blue raspberry gummy bear. Honestly, guys,
Which, by the way, is gluten free.
yes, but that's just because it's pure
is it
sugar. Because it's it's
Yeah, but
sugar.
not
Oh.
anyone who's gluten free can eat it.
Yes, but that's like saying here's a cup of sugar. It's gluten free. Like
Yeah.
here, my water is gluten free. Here, let me have some gluten free water. Can't taste the gluten. Makes it better. So yeah. Anyways, that's there, and I really want that. So if no one wins it, I'm gonna eat that guy. You know what? I feel like I need to take this, put it like on a nice plate, and eat it with a fork and knife. Like literally,
Oh my gosh. He would, guys.
Just
he
for
really
fun.
would.
after I bite its nose off, its snout off. So we're gonna be playing a game with those in a minute, and well later on. So that'll be fun. And I gotta take this off.
I took mine off. I cannot see. I don't know how they made these, but these do not
Yeah.
line up with my
I
eye.
think
Oh,
they
now I
maybe
see.
like 2020 worked, but you guys keep trying with all these other ones and they're just not working.
Literally, they don't even match my eyes.
glasses
Unless,
don't
like
work
you said,
anymore,
you
guys.
take the two and pinch it right into your nose.
Right.
It's just
What are
not
you
gonna work.
doing?
What do you mean, what am I doing? That's what I'm doing.
Hey, 20.
20.
We
Welcome
don't
to
know what
20.
the other part of that 20 is, but it's 20.
Welcome to 20. Whoa.
You put yours there, and I'll do my 21. I'm no.
I broke
It's
it.
right here. Wait.
Here.
Just kidding.
No,
20.
it's fine,
Your
Jonathan.
water
It's
glass is
fine.
blocking mine.
All right. Okay, so we want to start off by summing up. That's kind of cool because it just looks like a 21 right there. So it's like, yeah,
There
21.
you go.
So we want to start off by just talking about some of our favorite 2020 memories. So this time last year, we were at the church, and we were doing. Let's see, it's like 11:30, so we were in the auditorium. And I remember we were getting ready to do the ball drop, and we're going over some stuff. And it's funny because I just said 2020, and it made me think that Jace was like, "You say that funny." And I was like, "Yeah, it's because I'm from California. I say things different than you New
2020.
Yorkers." So
How do they say it? 2020?
I guess.
2020.
20.
Welcome to 2020.
I say
Would you like some
20.
2020.
tea and crumpets? Like I
That's
don't know.
Barbara Walters, right?
Yeah.
I've
2020.
just always
Yeah.
said like 2020.
2020.
I don't think she's British. She just says it really
No,
funny.
it's 2020. And so yeah, it was crazy, and it was funny because we went yesterday to pick up because we're obviously streaming with all this equipment. So I went to pick it up, and I was like, oh, I walked in the kitchen, and I was like, oh, I'm actually really happy that in 18 hours from now, which would be like still a few hours away.
You're not making
I'm not gonna be
pancakes.
making pancakes. Yeah, it was those stupid pancakes. So I was like, I'm glad I'm not like over here like gonna be making pancakes. I'll be sleeping because we're only going to about 1 o'clock, and so come 7 o'clock, I will be. Are you working tomorrow? Do you get to sleep in?
No, I'd get to sleep in.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, but we're getting older, so we.
Dude, you're like 20 something. Like you can't say that.
I'm just saying we appreciate our sleep a lot more, and we're kind of grateful that we're not doing an overnighter.
Yeah, I didn't. In my 20s, I didn't sleep a whole lot.
I still don't sleep.
Oh, I need my sleep.
Brandy wants some energy. All right, should we do a round?
Maddie said she has so much energy.
Why don't we do a round of the game? We'll do one of the prizes right now, and we
Okay.
can do one afterwards. So what? No, actually,
So-
we'll do that in just a minute. So what you're gonna need, Brandy, get your list ready for your
Okay.
other thing. So not the game, the crazy stuff.
Oh.
So what we're gonna do is in just a minute, Brandy is going to do this list of like crazy things that happened in 2020. Right? Is that what it is?
Yeah, weirdest things that happened
Okay.
in 2020.
But while she gets that ready, you guys make sure you have your cell phones. What we're going to do, and if you're using your cell phone to watch this, you're gonna have to figure out how to get like on a tablet or something. We're gonna do a scavenger hunt for things around your house. We're gonna call things out. You have to take a picture of it. My beanie's not.
No, I was trying to.
I was like,
You look like a gnome.
we're gonna call out some stuff, and then you have to get whoever can take a picture of it and text it to us first. We'll get a point, and whoever gets the most points will win one of these. And if you don't win, I am eating this for sure. This will save for youth, but I will eat this.
I thought we were just talking about like our health goals for the new year.
Jared's starting his off with a
candy.
giant gummy bear.
Yeah.
This will be like
Oh, but it's gluten
whole
free.
year-
I forgot. It's gluten
yeah, it's gluten free. So I'm good. Where does it say that?
Right down there. Oh, it's fat free, dairy free,
Fat-free.
and has
No nuts.
Wow.
So it's
Very
dairy
healthy.
free, no
This is
nuts,
very
fat
healthy for
free.
you.
But how much
It's
sugar?
probably fruit anyways, because it's blue raspberry.
There's 15 milligrams of sodium, 27 carbs, but how many servings? There's
How many servings?
Tell us.
How
Is it
many
like-
servings?
hold on, listen, I
like
got,
5
hold on, don't
servings.
look at, don't look guys, I'm gonna say this hard. Okay, listen, so there's not a lot to this. Sodium, there's 15 milligrams per serving. Carbs, there's 27 carbs per serving.
Damn.
Sugar is 17 grams per serving, which, just to put in perspective, those Propel waters, weren't those like,
20.
like in the teens, I thought, or 20.
Oh, maybe.
So anyways, you're talking about one serving of this is like drinking like a sugary water, right? One of those
How
sugary
many
waters.
servings?
I'm gonna say
Yeah.
there's 2 grams of protein. I do not know how that's possible. Oh, because it's gelatin, and so it's pig
Oh.
product.
Ew.
But listen, there are 11 servings in this thing.
11 meals.
11. So you're talking about 17 grams of sugar 11 times. if
Serving
you
size
eat
is
this.
1/11th of a piece. So basically, you eat the foot one time.
Yes.
You eat the foot another time.
Do the
you
math
eat-
on that.
Yeah.
Well, this is like 1.5 pounds, you said?
Oh, now your blue raspberry gummy bear now has a belly button.
No, he already did. I was just poking
Gosh.
it. I was just poking it.
Stop poking the bear.
Okay, so basically, I no longer want this. And if you get it, I suggest you put it on a shelf. You don't actually eat it, because I'm pretty sure this will kill you.
What's the
However,
shelf life on this
however,
thing?
Don't get it wet and forever. As long as you don't get
Forever
it
and
wet,
ever.
it will last
Does
forever.
it have an expiration
I don't know,
if
probably
you
not.
do win the giant ring pop, we
Let's
want
see
you to
it.
do a time lapse of yourself
Oh, yeah.
licking it, and
No,
we want to know how.
This
long
is
it
the I want
takes
to. Yeah, you have to eat this in 2021. That's the thing. If you get this, you have to eat this whole thing in this year.
Whoa.
Oh my gosh, guys, listen to this. So there are, per serving, 60 calories per serving, 14 grams of carbs, 11
Can we-
grams of sugars. But listen to this. Listen to this. So it's 11 grams of sugars per serving, which is less than this. But there are 47 servings in this.
Oh my god.
Wow.
So that's gonna take you 50 times of licking before you.
Oh.
Like, what do you do with it in the meantime, in between servings? You put it in the refrigerator?
This is insane.
'Kay, yeah,
47 servings.
That's what I'm
of this
saying is,
thing.
I think our audio got cut off last time, but like I apologize to the parents of whoever wins this, because you're probably gonna have like a nasty sticky thing in your kid's room forever if they insist on keeping it until it's gone. That's disgusting.
This is a right here. Diabetes on a stick.
Yeah.
This right here is like instant diabetes. Eat this within 30 days and you magically have to go on like dialysis or something. Like that's not.
But
I
anyways,
kind of
you
feel like
wanna
we
win
shouldn't
these.
do this now. We need to
You
throw
do
these
wanna
away.
win
It's fine. They're really cool things. Lick it once and then just wrap it up and keep it.
It's like the jawbreakers. My sisters always had those, and they'd take them like 3 months to eat one.
Those.
And they'd keep them in the bag, and they'd peel it off.
I just
and
never
like,
was a sticky kid.
Yeah.
Like I didn't.
I never did the jawbreakers. I didn't have the patience.
Like real ring pops because they were sticky.
I just never had the patience. Okay,
Push
so we're
pop.
gonna do a round of this. There are a few of you. Hey, Pastor Ralph is watching, or he was. He tuned in for a minute.
Okay, am I doing my weird things? Or
Oh yes, do your weird thing first.
Okay, so we're gonna just recap a few weird things that happened in 2020. If you can think of the weirdest thing that you experienced during 2020, or the
I know a weird thing.
weirdest
The
cultural thing that we
coronavirus.
went through.
I completely dominated Judah in Capcom
Oh,
versus Street
goodness.
Fighter, not once but twice.
Poor Judah.
That's a weird thing in 2020.
It was weird that I dominated you.
You did
Wow.
not dominate me. You barely beat me. And I picked the two. I literally picked two characters that I didn't
Okay.
know and that were bad
so
characters.
now he's gonna
Or
try to.
let me pull a Judah. You're a hacker.
We
I
don't want to
still won.
spin all the way until the countdown talking
Okay,
about
all right,
who
go ahead,
dominated who. So, number one that I have to talk about is, of course, the murder hornets. Okay? You guys remember the murder hornets that were here?
That didn't
for-
actually
Yeah,
kill
they
anyone.
were here
Did
for
they-
a
but
hot
did they
minute.
kill anyone?
I don't think they killed them.
So they're like
They came in peace, I guess. The murder hornets.
they were
I
more like
never
assault and
saw
battery
them.
hornets.
Yeah. What did they even assault anyone?
I don't know.
Do we
like,
have any cases?
I
of
didn't
murder
ever hear
hornets?
anyone actually, other than the dude who let them on his arm for his YouTube video, and he got like a bunch of them.
Oh my God.
I don't know of anyone who
I
actually.
missed that one, thankfully.
Yeah, I don't know.
Didn't see
Like
that.
they were.
Okay. The Pentagon released 3 videos of UFOs.
What?
Did you guys
Go
know
look
this?
that up. Let's go look that up.
Apparently aliens are real because
I
the
mean-
Pentagon released UFO videos. Okay?
I'm gonna post the link if I can
I'm just
find
giving
this.
you a brief synopsis of these. You can look them up on your own free time if you haven't
This is
already
so
heard of this
weird.
weirdness.
Ooh, dang.
But yes, apparently the Department of Defense released that in April. How
Yeah.
did we miss that
Oh,
in
that's
April?
what created the coronavirus.
No, that was before that.
But was this the year that people were trying to break into like Area 51?
That was last year.
It was last year? Okay.
Yeah.
That doesn't count for the weirdness of this year. Next
Look, I'm looking at it.
up,
Look at
Yeah, if they
UFO.
hadn't tried Area
Jared's looking
51.
at the videos.
UFOs.
You
Government
can't see
sponsored.
that, but look it
Yeah.
up.
Whoa, did
Maybe.
you see that light that
I
went
don't
across the screen? That was crazy.
Okay,
Oh,
we didn't jump on this bandwagon, but this thing totally swept our nation, unfortunately, and that would be Tiger King. Do you guys remember the
Yeah,
Tiger
I never watched
King?
that.
Yeah, we didn't watch it, but everyone was obsessed with it. Apparently, somebody murdered somebody. There was weirdness.
Karen and a
Carol.
lion. Carol.
Yeah, I mean, if you did the Tiger King thing, let us know in the comments if you partook in that weirdness of 2020. That I think in the beginning of the pandemic was definitely like this weird stress relief for some people.
Yeah,
They like
people liked
tuned
it.
out into the Tiger King and ignored what was happening in the real world.
Like people are still dressing up as for Halloween.
I know.
I think you could. I don't know the numbers on this. But I think Tiger King actually did more damage to the country than murder hornets.
Right. I think so.
Yeah.
So apparently, a high school student discovered a new planet.
What?
I missed that one too.
Lily, what have you been
17-year-old
doing during the quarantine? Come on.
I'm not high school yet.
This is a few days into 2020. A 17-year-old high school student discovered the planet on the 3rd day of his internship with NASA. How embarrassing for all the NASA
What are the
people.
details on this planet?
We don't know.
Okay,
I want to know
so
about
wait.
this planet.
It wasn't just any run-of-the-mill planet named TOI 1338b. What a great
What a
name.
great name, right?
It's 6.9 times larger than Earth, orbits 2 stars instead of 1 every 95 days, and is 1,300 light years away.
That's pretty close.
This discovery was especially exciting for Star Wars fans who saw similarities between the new planet and Luke Skywalker's home of Tatooine.
Nice.
What?
So Elon Musk,
It features-
forget Mars.
it
We gotta get
features-
to Tatooine.
It features double sunsets.
Seriously, if
Double sunsets like in
Double
Star
sunsets.
Wars.
for real.
Seriously,
Wow.
Elon,
Okay.
forget about Mars. We need Tatooine.
In this whole thing,
And you
they
know
didn't even
that
put the kid's name in here.
you
Like,
know that if-
that's so nice.
Well, they can't. He's
my
not. He's
gosh.
If
17.
No.
Luke
They can't put his
Skywalker's
name
on
in
that
there.
planet, then we're gonna
Okay.
have the answers to
Did
a
you
lot
guys
of
know
Wendy
that we have a
Wendy
new
Carpenter
planet?
said more damage to haircuts.
More what?
I think she means like the Tiger
Oh,
King thing because
yes.
people started doing like the mullets or whatever.
Oh,
Why did the
man.
mullet come back? I've literally been dreading that my whole life. Like, people are talking this last week of Zac Efron and how he got a mullet and how hot it is.
Did
and
he
I'm
really
like,
get a-
please
Zac
stop.
Efron
I'm gonna
got
tell you
a
guys
mullet?
right now.
Yes.
Okay, I have to see this
Oh, it's
one.
so bad.
When a super attractive person does something not attractive and they still look attractive, it's because they're already incredibly attractive. You can't go do that same
No,
thing
you
and
can't.
become attractive.
You're not Zac Efron. Don't do it. Judah, you're not getting a mullet. I'm just
Where?
telling you right now.
I'm looking.
I don't even know what
Oh,
they
that-
are.
there it is.
Okay,
There
my
it is.
next, we gotta
He
watch
instantly
the
looks
time.
homeless. All right,
Yeah,
keep
I gotta
going.
watch the time. Okay, so the other big thing that happened and was weird was, one of the princes just decided not to be a prince anymore. That was weird.
That one
But
I
their
do
family has a
remember.
history of doing that.
I mean, yeah, but that was weird.
Yeah, but after we've seen like The Crown and all these other things, no, does anyone still want to be a prince and princess anymore? in the
Prince
royal
Harry
family?
How
and
many-
Meghan
Their lives are terrible.
made their
there-
Brexit. From
She also
the royal
said
family.
bleach, but that was a 2019 thing, wasn't it? Like the whole bleach.
No, because the Tiger King
Oh.
has like the bleached blonde.
Oh, or maybe they talk about like the president injecting himself with bleach.
Oh,
and
yeah, that
it
was
could be that too.
weird, too.
There were
Forgot
several.
about that.
So wait, between 2019 and 20, there were 3 really weird things involving bleach.
Oh
Don't
my
know.
gosh.
Well, the eating the Tide Pods, that was bad too.
Well, and
I
then the
don't know what
drinking
that
of the
was.
bleach.
Yeah. Okay, let's see. Oh, the broom challenge. You guys
My
remember
grandma
the
was
broom
doing this. My
challenge,
grandma
folks?
all day was posting
That was
pictures
nonsense.
of this.
What was the
Yeah.
challenge?
Like because the
apparently-
moon and the planet, you could put a broom and it would stand straight
Oh,
up.
oh,
But it would
oh,
only
oh.
it was only the brooms that had such a wide base that you could do that anyways. But apparently it was
Those
because
were
of
funny.
the planets
It was
or whatever.
so funny, and I watched so many, and first time I'm like, this isn't real. I go in my kitchen, I'm like, I know it wasn't real.
Okay.
No, my
Last-
grandma said it was. She's like, she all day was posting.
yeah.
It's still standing. It's still. Jimmy just walked around in a couple. It's still standing. I'm like, Grandma, that broom has the widest base I've ever seen on
You
a
have
broom.
this big, yeah. for real.
Okay, and last but not least, I really don't know what happened with this, but I know, the mystery seeds from China. Like,
Oh yeah.
there was a farmer who actually planted it, I think. And we were like people were getting mystery seeds in the
From
mail.
China.
Like, I legitimately thought we were all dead as a country when this happened because I was like, what?
Maybe it was the coronavirus.
Why?
that was sent
No, it
in.
was after that. So people were. That's why. Because otherwise, it'd be like, hey, cool, we got this from China.
No, this
but it's
was,
because everyone was
in
scared of
the
China at this point.
Like in the end of summer, and there was a farmer who
I don't
actually
remember
planted
that.
the seeds.
Yeah,
and I
people
was
started
like,
getting.
Something from a book.
Yeah,
Now-
people started getting packages from China with seeds, and then the government was putting out warnings: do not plant these
Yeah.
and contact
I
you
don't
or whatever.
remember that. I
A farmer
missed
said,
that.
"Forget this," and he planted them. And I'm pretty sure we're gonna have a zombie apocalypse any day now.
It's like Plant versus
Because-
Zombies. Plants versus Zombies.
I'm pretty sure that's what's gonna happen. We haven't. It's gone silent. The mystery seeds are quiet right now.
I
But
missed
2021, you don't know.
Yeah, what's 2021 gonna have?
The mystery
that's
seeds are
weird?
gonna be hatching.
The mystery seeds
Harvesting!
The mystery seeds are gonna
It's
grow.
gonna be bad.
All right, we got 11 minutes before the new year.
Okay.
So let's talk about our favorite memories, not just weird things, but our favorite memories. Like, let's say youth. What was your favorite event or game or whatever in youth in 2020?
I really loved, which I really didn't think I was going to love this, but I loved our Get in the Game series. When we
that was good.
relaunched youth after our little hiatus, coronavirus hiatus, and we came back in the building because we had a lot of fun with Jenna over the summer doing our outdoor sports and whatnot, but I hate sports, so I can only get into that so much. And when we came back and we did get in the game and we had the huge box of crap that we gave away, that was pretty awesome.
It wasn't literally feces.
It wasn't a feces.
So, Michael, it's not that we're all dead, we're all in a simulation. There's a difference. Like, we never technically existed.
We're dead? The seeds killed
I
us?
haven't played that. I have some bad memories with a couple of old students who kind of got a little lost with that. So I never actually ended up playing myself. Hey, look, we have closed captions.
Oh, nice.
What kind of crazy things is it saying that we're saying?
I have no idea. Michael, it's not that we're all dead. It's simulation. We need to go to sleep.
So that was yours. Jonathan, what was your favorite youth ministry of 2020?
I am so glad that despite everything being shut down, we actually got to do winter retreat last January. I think it was
before it all went down.
January.
Well, it's not despite,
right?
that was before.
Yeah, it
I
was.
know,
Before
so I'm
anything.
saying that was like the only.
That was the only youth event.
Yeah, youth event that we really got to
this
do,
year.
and that was
For
my
fun.
first time going, and your first time at this one, right?
Mhm.
And it was just so much fun, and I loved everything about it, and kind of sad we couldn't do it this year, but it was.
Well,
so
we are
good.
still doing it this year. It's coming up. It's in February, I think. And now they pushed it back.
It's a little different, but it's coming.
It's coming.
It's
So
probably virtual.
no, it's in
Oh, it's
person.
not?
It's,
That was Lily's first.
Yeah, I'll have you in a
It
second.
was very, very good.
I was actually
It was
gonna
amazing.
say the winter retreat, so I'm gonna try to think of another one. While Lily, you come and give yours, while I try to think of another one.
Go ahead.
You picked to get in the game.
Pop
you
it.
picked
You
the
gotta
winter
get
retreat.
back here to get in the frame. Yeah, right here.
My favorite youth event was probably our all-nighter last year because we got to play so many of the games,
That's
youth
fun.
games I've always wanted to play. And my
It
favorite,
was fun.
My favorite youth game we've played is Psychiatrist.
I have a
love it.
question.
It's so fun.
Does that actually count as a game for this year, or does that count as a game for last year?
Well, psychiatrists we played after midnight. So
Yeah.
Okay.
It counts.
All right.
yeah,
That was a 2020 game.
that was after the countdown. Yeah, it wasn't a 19 game.
You know what's terrifying?
What?
I'm gonna get real here. Like thinking, like I can think back to like counting down and celebrating at the midnight mark for 2020, and we were so jazzed, and we had no clue what was in store for us.
Mm-mm.
What is 2021?
We had no
gonna
clue that
hold?
2020 was about to be the best year ever.
It was. It really was. I'm sorry that it wasn't for everyone, but it was really good for us.
I don't know my favorite. So I was gonna say winter retreat. I had a lot of fun because it was a new group for the most part. We'd only been here for not too long. Kind of.
Right.
I did the video for them, so that was fun. I got to meet and get to know a bunch of the new youth pastors in the section. The actual event was good. The speaking was good.
Oh my gosh,
You bought me a hat.
You still remember that?
Yeah, it's in there with my hat collection. I can only wear it though when I have short hair, because when I have
Yeah.
all the hair, like some of my hats don't
They
fit
push
my
your
head.
hair.
Yeah,
They
because of my
push your
hair.
hair down. It's the reason I don't wear hats, because as you can see, my hair is supposed to stand up.
So okay, we're getting close. We have a couple
7
minutes
minutes.
still. So I
We
wanted
cannot miss
to.
the countdown.
Which Wendy said, 2021, the year of therapy for so many. I actually saw this
Yeah.
video that was like, it was like if the years was like a dating thing, and it was like, yeah, I just got this bad relationship, and it's like 2021's like, it's gonna be great. She's like, well, I kind of have commitment issues now. I'm not so sure about the. Anyways,
Yeah.
so really quick, we have a couple more minutes. I want to know if you guys, and you guys leave a comment if you can remember. Okay, so it was like a thing, like everyone knows where they were when they heard about 9/11.
Right.
I want to know if you guys can remember where you were when you first heard about the coronavirus. And was it, I know your answer is that no for you, but was it like, when you first heard about, did you hear about coronavirus before it was serious? Like back when it was, because it started kind of as a joke.
I did hear.
Or did you
about
hear
it.
about it after it was serious? Like, what's your first, let's start with Jonathan this time.
Well, I do remember hearing talk about the coronavirus going around, and people were saying, "Oh yeah, so in like whatever area in China, they were talking about how it was spreading a little bit." I remember hearing about it at work mostly because there were the health concerns working in grocery.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But I think, yeah, because I don't like, I remember it was between work and them starting to suggest that we were going to have to start wearing masks, and a lot of people started wearing them, and I thought, this is weird that people are wearing masks.
I remember that, yeah.
And
what's wrong with you? What are you doing?
Yeah.
a lot of people were just wearing masks out of caution before it was mandatory.
Yeah.
But then I think when I really, that's when I heard about it, but when I really realized how serious it was when they actually put up plexiglass and made us wear the mask, and then they said that, it started all the actual shutdown stuff.
Yeah.
Which was very tough working in grocery because.
Yeah.
How about you?
I have no memory of the
What's the coronavirus? I have no memory of this.
I have no memory of hearing about it before it was like, you have to wear a mask. That's I remember people are starting to wear masks in the store and it's weird and there's everyone's flipping out because it's in America now and there's all these cases. I kind of remember that. My most significant memory is when I realized if I'm going to keep going out and grocery shopping weekly like I do, I have to have a mask. It's now mandatory. It went from you're starting to see a couple people here and there wearing them to you're not going to be able to come in the store if you don't have one. And I was like, I got to make some masks.
You were also watching a show that was like that.
Oh, yeah.
And she's like,
I was like,
she was watching this
nervous.
end of the world government takeover, all these, and then she's like, yeah, and when there's all these rules about when they go grocery shopping,
I'm
and
feeling
there's nothing on the shelves, and then she's like, and her and her sister message each other
quoting
it's starting
the
to
show.
happening.
It's happening.
It was so weird to me when they started actually going over the PA systems. Please wear a mask and maintain. I'm like, this sounds like the brainwashing stuff in all those sci-fi shows. And guess what? Now we don't even hear it anymore.
You don't even notice it anymore.
Maddie says that she was at school when she heard about it, and that school could get shut down, and then it did. I remember that because it was
I remember our last youth
it was
night.
Wednesday that all the students started talking about, school might get shut down, and then by Thursday it had.
So that's what, honestly, because that night, our last night of youth, was one of the worst days I've ever had in work history because we had lines all the way through the store, literally.
Whoa, because everyone did
just
a
about
rush.
every item in the entire store.
All right, we only got a couple minutes left. Michael said he remembers going to a store, no one else wearing a mask, him being the only one. What's wrong with you, man? Why are you I'm just kidding. I'll say for me it was in February, the first week of February, where Pastor and I were at the Dream Conference, and we were watching the Super Bowl. And I remember seeing something on Facebook about the coronavirus, and I thought it was a joke because Corona is obviously an alcohol, and they're talking about. And then a buddy of mine, Nick Berry, actually posted, they have a picture. Scientists have a picture of what the virus looks like, and it was how those virus pictures look with the little things and stuff. But it was a Corona bottle, and I was like, oh, okay. And so I just thought it was this joke thing, and it was kind of referenced a few times that weekend we were watching the news, and they first started the election stuff going on, and then they kind of would talk about the coronavirus a little bit, and it was no big deal. And then 2 weeks later, it was hey, you're a youth pastor, and you can't have youth anymore. And I was like, okay.
We were actually getting ready to do a March Madness basketball themed series.
Yeah, we'd already bought the shirts.
I bought my Space Jam shirt because that's the only basketball I can support.
We did the first one or two, I think. But we
never did the March Madness.
Yes, because Cody spoke on the
first
go, and you spoke on something. Yeah, so there were
we didn't do the game night.
We didn't do the game night. That's what that stuff was for.
Yeah. Can I say mine?
What? Really quickly, because it's
Hurry,
almost
we're gonna count down.
2 minutes.
The first time I heard about
Do we have a ball
coronavirus
countdown?
was when we were in the car coming home from youth one night, and Oliver said he wasn't feeling well, and you were like, you were saying, if you're sick, you need to tell us because there's this thing and it's the coronavirus. And I was like, what's the coronavirus? And it's just a sickness. And I everybody in our family knew what it was but me, and I was like, what is it? But the first time I realized it was serious was when we were going home. We were going to youth, and they were gonna
shutting it down.
They were shutting down.
Oh my gosh, that was amazing.
Fine arts.
Yeah, they shut down fine arts,
youth
convention, the state shut down,
Lily was
everything.
so upset that
all
fine
in
arts got
one
canceled.
day, everything was shut
Yeah,
down.
Hey, remember when
that
Jonathan came to our house and said my flowers look like the coronavirus?
Oh yeah.
No.
All right, here we go, guys.
I suppose I did say that. But
42 seconds. Here we go. We gotta get ready for the ball drop. Judah, come on over here, bud.
Where's your hat?
Get your hat. Get your stuff together.
Should I
We
put
got
the
30
tiara on?
seconds.
Got your popper?
30
Let's put this
seconds
on
before
for
we
a
wake up
second.
Oliver and he
I
cries.
know Oliver's not gonna like this, guys. He's right over there, and he's not been doing well
he's
today.
been cranky. 20 seconds.
Why just put them in the air like that?
Wait, it says
You just
54.
twist it up.
No, it says
No, I
15.
just don't want
Yeah,
to
right over your dad's face.
Well, but this one says time until ball drop is right here.
Oh,
Which one are we going by?
I don't
Let's
know.
go by the first one. Well, let's go by this one because
no.
now I don't know what that is.
Is this real?
No, yeah, it's real. There it is.
Legit?
I don't know.
It says dropping soon. We
I
have
don't
30
know.
seconds.
Yeah, we'll go with that one because
We have
otherwise we
30.
missed it. It
29,
says 12 o'clock on my phone,
28.
so I think that one was
And
accurate.
for our friends in California.
Oh yeah,
I
we'll
don't
tell you
know.
what it's like. We'll tell you what it's like.
It's still.
20 seconds.
It says 2021. It went on the screen above it, but now.
I
Why
don't
is it
know.
Here
counting
we
down
go.
from 15?
I don't know.
Why
Here
do
we
we
go.
always have the
Here we go.
hardest time with that?
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo! Happy New Year!
It's not working.
Annoying.
Happy
All right.
Oh
All right. Good night. I'm going to bed. No, you spin it. You spin it.
Jonathan, like this.
Oh, cool. I was pushing the handle only, not.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
That's
That's
enough.
fun.
That's enough.
Very therapeutic, I just have to say. If you have stress or anxiety, get one of these.
All right, here we go. Hey, intern Jeff is watching. I feel like I was going to tell a story about him earlier, and then I never got to it, and
You
if I
might
can
not
remember
wanna
it.
tell it now.
What's up, intern Jeff? That's what we call you around here, is intern Jeff. We tell
I've heard
stories about you
so
all the
much
time.
about you.
This is a mess. Happy New Year, Maddie. Yeah, what was it? I feel like I had an intern Jeff story. Hey, don't take my decorations.
This is so pretty.
This is. This is our
I thought
colors.
it was gonna be like
This
that.
is the colors for
stupid-
our next youth series.
Yeah.
The silver and gold.
New
or-
year, new you.
Yeah, that's gonna be cool. We're gonna be talking about cool stuff. All right. Oh, Brandy, you posted Happy New Year too. Cool.
I did.
Guys, stop putting stuff on me. Oh my gosh. It's like.
Oh, I just blew it all over.
So there's like long streamer stuff and little
I
stuff.
have some
Yeah,
sparkles in my water.
Yeah, oh yeah, my cup is full of stuff too. Like, can you go dump that
Oliver
out? and
stayed
give me
asleep. I
some
should
more?
probably check and make sure he's
Give me
alive.
some more, please. Thank you. All right, guys, we are gonna play our game. So here we go. Get your
Okay.
phones ready. Okay, we're not gonna start yet. So, my phone number. You're gonna need to text my phone number. It is 31.
I just had to do
Give
that
Jonathan a noise maker.
315. It's 315 801 1050. So 1050.
Well, if it's the
315
pizzeria. I'm sorry.
315 801 1050. Lily, go get your phone. Oh, there he is. There he is.
801. I'm posting it.
1050. So 1050.
Ooh. Okay, so I'm gonna pull this up on my phone, but I have to make sure he's
That's
okay.
cool how it does the whole
You need
boom,
that?
boom, boom.
Oh yeah, I need your list. Okay, so
Okay.
here's what we're gonna do.
Can I check with
This
him?
first one's gonna be a test.
Okay.
So I'll do something easy. I'll
No
just say the
side's good.
floor. So you take a picture of the floor. So let's do it as a test. So text me a picture of a floor. This one's obviously stupid easy. Everyone has a floor unless they're like hanging from like a ski lift right now or something. But so what you do is you take a picture of what we say it is and you send it in, and the first person to get it in wins. Now here's a problem: is Lily, you have an advantage because you don't have the lag. Who just texts me? What are we supposed to send? 209. It's a 209 number. Oh yeah, it's a picture. It's someone watching. Got it.
Yeah.
I almost had their phone number.
I
That
was
would've
like,
been
is
bad.
somebody.
You send a picture of whatever I say. So like here, Lily
It's a
sent.
scavenger hunt.
Yes. Okay. Here we got a couple of these. coming in. So I got a couple pictures. That was a test. Congratulations. You know how to do it.
I have a suggestion because of the lag. Do you want to do the most creative?
No, I think that we'll just do. I don't know, because Lily's gonna have a huge advantage because everyone else has like a 15 to 20 second lag. But at the same time, Lily's not gonna have everything here, so we'll see how it plays out. And if it's close, then we'll just figure it out. So
I cut myself trying to use that popper and now I'm bleeding.
that's not good. Okay, here we go. We are gonna do our first item, which I got a list right here. So get ready. Something that is purple.
Something that is purple.
Purple, yes. You playing the Hulk. No, that was blue. Never mind. All right, so our first item is something that is purple. You need my number because to play the scavenger hunt. Oh, Judah got it. He's not playing officially though. You need it for the scavenger hunt. You take a picture of something, the thing that we say, and send it in. And the first person to send it in gets the point. And we're doing for these prizes. Which we thought were cool until we started looking at the stuff in the back. They're basically just death, sugary death is what these things are.
Diabetes.
Oh, here we go. We got a picture of something purple.
Oh, it's hair.
But
hair.
see, because my night thing is on, so it looks red, but that's funny.
It looks pink. But
or
yeah.
pink. Okay, so what the heck is this, Lily?
It's the top of one of my bins.
Okay, the purple bin. And then whoever, that was a test of that one. She said I don't know what the prize is. Yeah, the prizes, it would cost more to ship these to you than they're worth. Like, we'd have to just give you a gift card or something. Because, like, this thing is super heavy.
But if you win, you can just randomly choose one of the people on the live stream, right?
I know. No, if they win, we got to ship it to them unless they say they don't want it. So, Lily, I hate to break it to you, but Wendy got that one. So, first point to Wendy. So here we go. Next, careful, don't break the lights. All right, the next one is something that beeps. So if you can, extra points, 2 points if you send in a video of it beeping.
Something that beeps?
Yes. Did I just put one on? Something that beeps.
I'm taking video without beep.
No.
Beep.
No.
Oh, it doesn't count.
You don't. No. Just because it can beep doesn't mean. Yeah, something that beeps.
My car beeps.
Okay, I'll give you a hint, which I think Lily just ran to. The microwave. And if you send a video of it going off, then there you go.
My car beeps.
Oh, this is actually Michael, my buddy Michael. I don't message him through text message, so I don't have his thing in there apparently.
No, you do.
But I thought it was Wendy because that was her hair, but he took a picture of her hair. I guess that makes sense.
Judah can have it if he wants to try it.
He doesn't want it. He's like, that's just... No adult wants these surprises. I did until I read what they were. Now no one does. All right.
I just want to win because I want to win.
So, oh wait, I got other messages in here. So, mine's a jacket. Okay, but that's the purple. Here we go. Oh, we got our first beep. Oh, do it again.
Turn my microwave.
And I can hear myself in the background. So Lily gets the first beep. Oh, we have another beep. But it's just a picture. So we're going to give 2 points to Lily. So it's 2 points to Lily, 1 point to Michael.
Are you keeping track?
Until I forget.
Where is Maddie and Teddy with these?
I don't know. Well, Maddie sent in the test one. Okay, well, I'm a terrible friend. Okay, Michael, I'm sorry. Because I thought it was Wendy, and then it was him. And I was like, I don't have it on my phone. And he's like, I've had the same number for 16 years.
Aww.
Michael, you know how we are.
I didn't even have a smart... That's what it is. That's my excuse.
You're
I
just great.
didn't have a smartphone back then. That's what it is.
What about for the last 10 years?
I message him on Facebook. I don't text him. It's Facebook. And then now we...
I'm really happy with this confetti. I'm just going to tell
Yeah,
you.
it was
I
good.
thought it was going to be some nasty paper stuff that I was going to have to clean up.
something that can bend without breaking.
I know.
There was actually something really good bend. Something really good in our room. It was the extra neck for this. It would bend.
Yeah.
That would have been good, but she didn't know that was in there.
Mm-mm.
So something that will bend without breaking. I just still love his whole... I have had the same number for... someone text me Nokia. Oh, that is Wendy. I recognize her number. Sorry, Michael.
Huh?
If it makes you feel better, it's not programmed in my phone. I just recognize
I
it.
feel bad for these people that their numbers are not programmed.
She was our old youth pastor.
Wendy was our youth pastor, and Michael was my best friend. And I introduced them, and they got married.
All right.
And lived happily ever after.
Wendy, or Michael, whoever sent that.
That.
Wendy, I don't. What?
What is it for?
Something that is will bend,
Can
will
bend
break.
without breaking.
What?
I mean,
Either
that's true.
Your
They're
hands
dolls.
can bend without
Dolls?
They
breaking.
can bend without breaking.
You can
Yeah.
bend them.
Wait.
But
Oh, look at her! Look at her ruler.
yeah, she sent it in first. Lily gets the prize again,
It's a
but she
big old
also
ruler.
doesn't have the lag, so it's not really fair.
Flexi ruler.
Wait, I have-
Watch the light.
Wait, wait.
I do have a lag.
Bend
My
without
internet is
breaking.
slow, so it takes a while to send it to
It's
you.
the Way of Kings books. They're super cool. I'm giving that one to Michael. Someone said my elbow. Let's see what number was that.
That could break.
I really feel like
Oh, I
there's
think
something to
that-
be
yeah.
said for creativity on some of these.
Yeah, I'm gonna give that one to.
I love the
Go
Barbie
again.
dolls can bend without breaking. I love that.
That was Wendy.
They're kind of creepy.
Look,
though.
I got it to stay.
Nice. Okay. Maddie sent her elbow.
That's hilarious. I love that, man.
We gotta figure out what to do about Lily because she
No,
doesn't
but
have a lag.
I have my internet slow, so I do have a lag. So it takes a while to
Your
It's
internet
taking-
slow?
It's
Yeah, I
taking
don't
a while
know
for
why.
her to
I have
send
an
them.
idea.
But that's true for anybody.
We just automatically give her a prize, but not one of these two.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm still your prep, but I'm gonna give it to Michael. Actually, got that one in pretty quick too, but I don't get yours.
Why do these
Are you
feel
talking about
so
an
weird?
airbender? Not an airbender. A Hold on, where'd it go? Anyways, I don't know. Lily did get that one quite a bit before you did, Maddie. So I'm sorry. So Lily, you're at 3 now. You've got 2, but one was worth 2 points, so you're at 3. And Michael, I think, is at 2. I'm kind of making it up here. Something is soft and fluffy.
Where's my? Oh, you have my phone.
Well, not that time. She's like,
Those aren't
that's
fluffy.
not fluffy. That's just soft.
Those aren't fluffy.
Oh, I have a hamster!
Yeah, I know. I'm like, why aren't you running up to your hamster? Her lag is that she has to run upstairs for everything. That's her lag, is that she has to run upstairs for everything.
Yeah, Judah wins. Judah won.
That's what I thought you were saying,
It's my
Michael.
blanket.
And that's why I give you a point for it. And just look at how nice those look.
What are
Those
they?
are really
They're the
nice.
book series that we both read. He reads them. I listen to them. Oh my gosh. Wendy sent in these elves.
Soft and
elves
fluffy.
for soft and
She
fluffy.
made those elves.
And
He's
Michael
sleeping,
sent
but
in.
his bedding is soft and fluffy too. So.
Okay, but did you send it? Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
So this is the order they came in. We got. What, Maddie? Why'd you send me a stuffed animal's butt? You
That's
couldn't have sent his
awkward.
face. Come on. All right. So we had Wendy with the little elf dolls, and her points are going to Lily. She says, and then Michael's are going to Judah. If they win.
Oh, this is quite a competition.
These children do not need these prizes. I don't want to be the mom with the sticky thing.
Lily did her
Hamster bedding. 'cause
hamster
he's asleep.
bedding because you're never gonna find the hamster in there right now.
He's asleep.
And then Wendy, no, I already did hers.
They woke up at
Maddie
nighttime.
Maddie
They
sent
do, but he
in
also sleeps and everything.
her
It's like
teddy
that.
bear for soft and fluffy. But
Teddy
cool.
bear.
So
I think he just happened to be upside down on the floor, and that's why
That's
he
where
got such a
she
strange
went.
picture.
he looks like he's honestly
These
he
are
looks
the
like he's
worst
celebrated
things
New Year's
to
a
wear
little
on
too
your
much.
face.
Look at he's just like the way he like passed out. So all right, the next one.
No,
we're
this
gonna
is
give-
not fun.
We're gonna give a point to both Lily and
No.
Maddie for that one.
I have to.
Let's see. Here, I don't know which one I want to do. Can protect something.
Something that can protect something.
Yes.
You're taking a picture of you.
She's like, it's the closest
I mean,
thing.
Excuse me.
Technically, you've got purple on.
He's a big
Your
bulky
sweater's
dude.
soft
Fruit.
and fluffy.
Right there.
You
And-
can protect
Oh,
I
something.
have
don't like
protected
me.
people before.
So
I have been in a
basically,
fist fight
Just
to protect
just
people.
send a
Drug
picture
dealer.
of him for half of them, and you'll win.
All
I
right.
protect these children. every
Lily's
day.
came in of me. Oh, that's funny. I'm like smiling, like taking a picture of me.
Hey, that's me. I like that picture.
Double points. I got 2 things that can protect
It's
you.
a
Lily
live
goes,
photo.
"Aw."
Yeah.
I got 2 things that can protect people.
And then
Double
who got the
points.
next? What the? heck?
Whoa.
What
That
is
is
it?
something that can protect someone. It might also.
Who is that?
What is it?
Is it from Michael?
Oh yeah. Okay, got it. I got
From
it.
his book?
I thought it was from yeah,
Michael's
it's
just gonna
Calvin.
get
I got it,
everything
Michael. I
from
thought
his
it was
book.
I
Just
could have
keeps
done a
it-
book. Like the jacket.
Yes.
All right, Wendy sent in a picture of her husband dressed as Baby Yoda, or I guess as regular Yoda, or I don't know. It's honestly it's a lot of Star Wars going on
He's
in one
protecting
costume.
Grogu.
Holding
Grogu,
Grogu. That's awesome.
She's
Michael
gotta
sent me a
get
picture of
that one.
Kaladin. Michael, the reason I was confused at first is I thought you were one of my youth students who sent that, and then I realized I saw Seal in his hand, and then see if he has his scars. I can see his scars.
Maybe you should put
I wanna read
Michael's
this book
name.
I
in
know. I
the
was gonna
phone.
say
I
this
wanna
is
read
still
this.
getting confused. by the
Oh, I
number.
just FaceTimed him. Sorry. Sorry.
You know, you could have done a book jacket, like the jacket to a book. 'cause it
Yeah.
Does it protect something?
It does.
Yeah, but Kaladin protects everyone.
It
Except
does.
for right now in the series I am.
Yeah,
He's-
I want to read the book series.
Okay, fine. He's like, close your ears then. He's like burnt out and he got kicked out of the army, and so right now, well, he's still protect. He's a surgeon,
She can still
I
hear.
think. So right now where I am, he's not really doing a whole lot of protecting. He's doing a lot of resting. All right, we're gonna do one more.
Can we do the countdown again? I like that. That was my favorite part.
We already did all the stuff. We're gonna do one more.
We need more poppers.
Is good for you.
Is good for you.
Yes, is good for you.
Oh!
Is good for you.
Oh, look at that! Look at that!
Judah pointed at me.
It's for protecting.
Oh.
He's in a little shirt.
He's so cute.
Aw.
Yeah.
I was gonna say she literally could have taken a picture of the glass of water that was sitting right here. That's good for you.
Is that one of Aunt Lucy's dogs?
Oh, it's Bailey. She also protects
Bailey.
us. Oh my gosh, Michael!
Aw.
I will protect those who can't protect themselves. He's just everything is now from our book
Yes.
series.
It's my Bible.
Oh, good one. What was it again?
It's
It
Bible.
will protect you.
No.
What is
Oh,
this?
is it-
This
what
is
was
like
it?
a
Good for
dessert.
you.
That's
It's good
not.
for you.
That's definitely
Or
not
angel
good for you.
That's good for you.
No, that
No, it's
tastes
good
good,
for
but
you.
it's not good for you.
It's
It's
good
a dessert. It looks delicious. But I can guarantee it's not good for you. Lily sent me her Bible.
It's good for you.
And then Mike also
What?
sent. Is that water? I assume that's
Wine,
water.
water, wine, whiskey. I don't know what.
Someone
it is.
sent me pizza. That's
I know.
probably.
Pizza's not
Pizza
good
is
for you.
good for you. It's not good for you.
It's Domino's, so it's definitely not good.
Oh, that's mine.
It tastes good to you.
Oreo. You guys are just sending good things, not things that are good for you.
I sent a Bible, okay?
Yeah.
So.
Lily wins.
Yeah, but she also though we can't give them all to Lily because there's she doesn't have
That's
the
true, and
the
I don't
lag.
want her to have either of these. I'm sorry.
I won't eat them. I want the teddy bear.
All right, I said that was the last one, but we're gonna do one more. And Lily, you have to have a delay, okay?
Okay.
It protects you from killing your kids.
Michael, we're dying, but we can't say your comments out loud.
Okay, Lily, you have a 20-second delay on this. Okay, here we go.
Wait.
Mm-mm.
Freeze.
I have to run up and down the
Stay.
stairs, though.
You don't have to.
Mm-mm. Yeah.
Is
I'm
at
lying.
least 10 feet long.
Whoa. He's not
He's
10
6
feet long. That's not 10 feet.
At this point, the carpenters are just sending me random things that they like.
It's good for you.
20. Okay.
It's like
10
food.
feet long.
It's brie.
Yeah.
Do you think these stairs are 10 feet long?
Oh my gosh.
No, really
This
might
is going to
be.
take Lily the longest trying to measure something 10 feet long. She's measuring the stairs.
This is probably 10 feet long.
I don't think it's 10 feet
It's
long.
the railing.
The railing?
Yeah. Or the stairs.
Go
whatever.
lay by the railing so we can see how long it is. Compared to you.
I don't think there is
All
anything
right.
10 foot long in this house.
I got a picture of a sunset. That is definitely at least 10 feet long. I have a picture of some stairs that look like they're about 9.5 feet. Oh, here we go. I'm giving it to this one right here.
What?
We got a tape measure measured out to 10 feet. That one's definitely going to win.
When
Wow.
So that was Maddie. You got that point, Maddie. So what I'm going to do is, because I actually don't want to do a second round of that, We're gonna say Maddie and Lily won.
Yay.
So,
Teddy
which one do you want?
bear. The teddy bear. I'll
Okay,
share it with
but
you.
Lily, if you eat this, you will get so fat.
And your teeth will fall
It's a
out.
Gilmore Girls quote, kind of.
You are gonna be so fat.
So now, Maddie, you win the ring pops.
Woo! Send the sticky somewhere
Because
else.
Lily technically got them
Give
in
my
the
phone
soonest. And Maddie, yours, you had a delay, so yours were still coming in like right behind hers. And Michael, you would win if I was the judge. What the heck? I didn't ask for something incredibly handsome. Okay.
You said me,
I said I didn't say something that's incredibly handsome, but I got a picture of something that's incredibly handsome. You can't see
Who's
it,
that from?
but it's a picture of me. It's from Michael.
That's
So-
hilarious.
What is that? Something that's 10 feet long?
I thought it was 10. I thought
He's
he was
only
saying something
6'7".
that was 10
Foot
feet
7.
long.
Not even Paho was 10 foot long.
Yeah.
Mine that Paho.
And
blue
that's
Paho.
tall, guys.
Tall.
You don't measure people as long; you measure them as tall.
Oh.
Tall and wide, and
Well-
neither one of those does it fit. So Wendy's texting something right now, and I want to see what she's about to
Something
say.
that's good for you.
So I don't. We talked about this. I think that when Maddie tries that, we need to do like a time lapse
I don't
and
want to see that.
I
It's
want to
any
see
worse
how
than
long it's
Oreo
gonna
toothpaste
take Maddie
cookies.
to eat that
Yeah.
whole thing.
He's like, "You're 10 feet tall, right?"
Maddie will probably eat that whole thing in about 5 minutes.
No, but no, it's gonna be worse than the Oreo toothpaste cookies.
At least it's strawberry. That's a good flavor.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, give me my Mountain Dew. I want to show that off real quick. So there is a new Mountain Dew that they just released. Apparently, PepsiCo just said, no, 2020 can't go out like this. So they made a new Mountain Dew flavor. It's watermelon.
Are you serious?
wanna
It's a
try it.
watermelon
It's
Mountain
so
Dew.
It's gonna be awful.
I wanna
No,
try it.
it's
No,
good.
it's so
Watermelon's good and
good.
Mountain Dew's good.
I have
It's so
watermelon to me is one of the most awful flavors.
I
of
love
everything.
watermelon flavor.
Here, try it.
I don't like watermelons and I don't like watermelon.
That's
flavors.
Maddie said that she's going to eat that fast.
Yes, Maddie, you have
Oh,
to.
that's weird.
We
It
need
It is,
to-
because it tastes like Mountain Dew and it tastes
And
like watermelon at the same
tastes
time.
like Mountain Dew and a watermelon Starburst.
Kind of like, you know, when you're a kid and you're dumb, and so you would take your suckers and put them in your drinks and let
No.
them like overnight,
Okay,
and
but
then
you know
drink
what it
it.
tastes like?
That's kind of what it tastes
I
like.
did
Did you guys
Yeah.
ever, if anyone tried the pink Starburst icy that Taco Bell had
That was good.
a couple years ago, if you let that melt, that's what this tastes like.
So I actually have Starburst flavored, Starburst water flavoring packets that I've never used, but I
Oh.
have some of those.
Those sound good.
We
expecting
got
it
the
to
pink
taste like candy.
Starburst drink mix, I think, one time. I don't know.
No, we got blue.
John wants to know if I have one of those watermelon Mountain Dews for him.
Oh, we gotta bring him some.
We'll have to bring you one, John.
Yeah.
So, Wendy got a 3D printer. Remember I said she needed one? She got one for Christmas.
Nice.
So, nice.
Yeah. Someday
all right,
I'll
what's our
respond
next-
to Marco Polo's. Maybe.
Until then, I'll just keep texting
We
you
both
responses
thought your
to
video
them.
was the coolest thing ever, your tour, Wendy, but
Yeah,
I
Marco
still have
Polo's
not
is
responded.
Yeah, I really want you to do that and post that on social media.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Okay, so we're gonna transition now into our next thing here, and what we're gonna do is we are going to talk about not exactly New Year's resolutions, but that's where we're gonna start. So it's the new year, right? So it's now officially 2020. That's weird. It's no longer 2020.
21.
2021.
Wow, it's 2021. So it
Yes,
Don't know what I mean.
everyone
2,
likes
0,
everyone likes to do New Year's resolution. Well, not everyone, but that's like a kind of like the trendy kind of, you know, cliche thing. It's funny because that's the intern Jeff story. So this is the intern Jeff story I was going to tell. So one year,
Sorry,
I'm
Jeff.
sorry.
intern Jeff asks me, you don't have to stop texting me if you don't want to. I will randomly read them out as they're funny. So intern Jeff one time asked me, what's up, Ryan and Veronica? Asked me, do you have any, this was like back right after we left Paradise. He was still there as the interim youth pastor. We had just moved to Oakhurst, and he came up to visit.
I'm going to
and,
drink all of that.
and he was like, do you have any New Year's resolutions? And I said, no. I can lie to myself any time of the year. I don't need to wait until January to do it. I can lie to myself later on in the year if I want to. And yeah, I thought it was pretty funny.
I love traditions and all things holiday traditions and whatnot. So I always embark upon a resolution. I don't know how often I've succeeded in completing.
It's not
it.
2020 anymore, so we can share drinks again, right? Because it's
Right.
2021.
Perfect.
We're safe now.
Everything is magically better because it's 2021.
Right.
Right? Yeah.
No
well,
longer, you don't need to wear your mask anymore. No more social distancing.
Freedom.
It's 2021 now.
We're all good.
Don't get mad at us.
All right, so we're gonna be talking about resolutions. It's fun.
It was like that meme.
Yeah, but not just resolutions,
Wait,
because
now I
resolutions
wanna try
aren't that effective because you make them. It's like a common thing, right? Like people who like legit work out at the gyms know just to take 2 weeks off in January
Go back
because
to
you
the-
go in on January 1st, the gym is packed, and you just come back 2 weeks later, and it's back to normal. And so yeah, but we want to talk about being like intentional with your year.
Right.
And so I'm actually going to have Brandy talk a little bit first because she has this year, she's picked a word for the year
Yes.
to kind of focus on.
Let me just pull this up because.
Now, our church does a word every year. Oh, we're going to need to order a new one of those. That's going to be cool. We're going to have another thing. Our church does a word every year, and Brandy decided this year that she wanted to have a word to represent the year. That's a
try
picture, a very handsome picture.
Yes,
But
it is.
um,
And our pastors had a picture
of what?
of them as a cute little couple.
Oh, I saw the picture of me.
Oh.
All right, do the picture.
'Kay.
They're not going to see it that well, but
No, I can't show. I can't. I mean, they're not going to see
yeah,
it.
they can't really see it. But then why'd you pull up the picture?
Because it has what I want
Okay,
to
go
say.
ahead. Talk. Sorry, my bad. You
Okay,
talk,
so
you talk.
I don't generally pick a word for the year, but I got this, whatever you want to call it, this year to pick a word, and then none of them were good. I didn't like any of them. And finally this week I found this word. Whoa.
It's like you breathe and they go everywhere. Because it's still water over
The word flourish. My word for the year is flourish. So I want to read the definition because it's awesome. Flourish means to grow or develop in a healthy way, especially as the result of a favorable environment. The second definition is to thrive, and the third is to cultivate order, beauty, and abundance for the common good of others. And I loved every single one of those definitions and thought this is the perfect word because I feel like where we are in our ministry and in Mohawk Valley Church, we are so happy here, and this feels like a favorable environment that one can definitely grow or develop in a healthy way.
Yes.
I'm thankful for our church. I'm thankful for our pastors. I'm thankful for our students, our youth ministry. We have a group of amazing kids. And I have a lot of goals, even though I'm not typically a goal-oriented person, that I should accomplish this year. So this is my year to flourish and continue to grow and continue to accomplish some of the things like maybe getting my driver's license finally.
Yay!
You say that every year. For like
Every
15
year!
Okay, but
This could be the year that I flourish.
It could be.
there are definitely things that I put on. I'm going to talk about that every year too, and that
Right.
just means that you
Okay,
need
but the
to do
difference
it,
is
and
you put
this-
them on every year and you work towards them and haven't got there yet. She puts them on every year and then doesn't think about it. She's like, I'm gonna get my license this year,
half and
and
half,
then doesn't think about it
half
anymore.
and half because I don't want to get ahead of it.
No.
Okay, so that is a way, right? So she's got this word that she's focusing on. It's reminding her to be grateful. It's reminding her to keep going, all this stuff. And then another thing that is, Wendy says she'll believe it when she sees it. I think it was Wendy. Hold on. I didn't see the number
Yeah,
actually.
Wendy. She's been there since the beginning of me trying to get my license. It's because we moved away from you, and you're the only person I wanted to teach me how to drive.
Yeah.
You
So
definitely don't want him to teach you.
My son's crying again.
no, I'm a good driver's teacher.
You probably would be.
No, what it was is right before I taught a girlfriend how to drive, and it wasn't a fun experience. And then when we started dating, I was like, I'm not teaching her how to drive. I just did that with my last girlfriend. I'm not teaching her how to drive. And then so she never has. So Jonathan has been. Well, let me back up. I for years have talked about vision boards, and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna get around to it. And I never actually have until this year. I actually have started them. They're downstairs. But Jonathan does, and he has been doing vision boards. And he's with them.
Third year.
Your third year.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit first, like, because a lot of them are students and they have no clue what a vision board is. So they're probably thinking like, a vision board, is that like that thing you move around and like you talk to ghosts?
No,
What is it? Tell us what a vision board is.
So basically, a vision board is, it can be as fancy or as, simple as you make it, but generally it would be like a cork board or something where you pin to it pictures that represent goals that you have, or that make, like when you see the picture you think that's where I want to go in my life. So you just think of where you want to go, where you think God's calling you, personal goals that you have, find a picture that represents it, and then you pin it up so that you can see it, because your brain thinks in pictures. So you see that picture and you go, you can have your goals written down, what you need to do. They say that's how you start your vision board, is by writing it down. But for me, writing it down, say I want to get here, I want to get here, I want to get here, it's just a lot of words and it looks like it can't be done. When you have pictures and you can visualize, here's where I want to go, here's what I want to do, here's where I believe God is calling me, and some of it is just stuff that you really want to do. Like this last year, I had a picture of a eye chart, 2020, and I was like, I'm either gonna get contacts or I'm gonna get LASIK eye surgery because I don't want to wear glasses anymore. By September, I'm thinking, okay, I really haven't done anything towards this goal. I set the appointment, I went in, I got it done. I'm not wearing glasses anymore.
So he has a contact in one eye and he had LASIK in the other.
One eye's perfect, the other's getting there, so I guess I got about 50%.
No, you did it. You took the action. You did it, and that's actually a good point. You shouldn't have things that are uncontrollable. So like, for him to say, I want to have 2020 vision by the end of 2020, that would be a bad one because he can't guarantee that, right?
Right.
But for him to say, I want to get LASIK eye surgery so I don't have to wear glasses and my vision's improved, that he can control. He can do that, right? He can't make them give him 2020. Now he does have 2020, and so that actually was good. But so it should never be things like in business they say, oh, you should never say like, I'm going to make 10 sales this week. It would be something like, no, I'm going to, if I want to get 10 sales, that means I need to make 1,000 phone calls. So I'm going to make sure I make, every day I'm going to make over 100 phone calls so I can book enough appointments to make those, because you can't make it as something you can't, like,
you need to break it. So you need to decide where you want to go, what you want to do, and how are you practically going to get there day by day. It's not just something that you're going to wake up tomorrow and it magically happened. It's, this is where I want to go. But I think the flip side to what you said, though, about like the 2020, that's something that I could control, either by getting contacts or getting the surgery done. There are some things on my vision board that are only going to happen if God makes them happen. And those are things that I'm believing for, but also I'm preparing myself for.
Yeah.
So I know if I actually want God to do this for me, well, then I have to start learning this new skill, or I have to move in this direction. And so there are some things on there that are only going to happen if God makes them happen, but that's why they're up there, because it helps me to believe for things that are impossible unless God does them.
And the picture side is good because he talked about a little bit, but it helps you feel the emotion, right?
Right.
Yeah, and so it brings a different to it, because like if you have I'll just use a house for example. If you have a picture of like your dream house with like the wraparound porch and the swing on the front, right? And you see that every day, and I know you guys are teenagers, so I'm just giving a very visual example. And you see that, and that evokes like that emotion, versus like in Sharpie on a piece of paper that says new house or dream house even. I just tell a quick story. So when I first heard about this stuff a few years back, we were still in California, and I was doing the whole online entrepreneur thing and learning about success and all that. And this one guy talked about how he had made his vision boards. What?
Nothing.
He'd made his vision boards. Did I swallow one of those? Is that what that was? And I was like, it just goes in. Because we could. They're very easy.
Yeah.
So he made his vision boards and all that kind of stuff. And, years had gone by because, you update and whatnot, and he'd moved the offices and everything, and they'd moved a new house, and he kind of had them packed up, and, he had been successful, and he kind of got out of the habit of it, but he did it for like 10 years or something like that, and for a couple years, he hadn't done it, and one day, he's in his office, And his son was like, "Oh, what's that?" And it was like he'd framed them, like he'd done them up nice and print them, and he put them in like in a picture frame. So instead of just like a cork board or something, like I bought 2 nice cork boards and they're downstairs that I'm using. But he had his were like he made it, like designed it, printed it, and then like mounted and framed it. Well, I don't think he did, but anyways, it was mounted and framed, and there was a couple of these picture frames, and they'd been sitting in a box since they moved for like a year and a half or something like that. They hadn't. They're just sitting there waiting to be done. His kid asks us about it. He's like, "Oh, they're my vision boards. What's that?" So he's pulling them out. He looks at it.
Everything.
And well, he looked at the one, and it was their house. And he's like, "Wait, what?" And it was like, it wasn't just like their house. It was the exact house that like 10 years ago
That's crazy.
he picked for his vision board.
That's cool.
He had kind of forgotten about it, but then when they were looking for, he got successful. They ended up buying that exact house, and he's like, "I totally forgot. This is our literal house."
That's so cool. Do you remember when we were first married and I had that blueprint of the Victorian house that I still want? Like I can see that in my mind still. I lost that paper a long time ago, but that'd be crazy if I just found that one day and was like, "This is literally the house I'm living in." That's just really cool.
The cool thing, like something that I think is really cool about the whole vision board thing is that the Christian motivational speaker that I listened to about them, she said, like, there's nothing magical about the vision board. It's not like having this vision board is going to magically make your dreams appear. But she uses, she talks about the prophet Jeremiah and how God always said, "Jeremiah, what do you see?" And Jeremiah goes, "This is what I see." And God answers, "You have seen correctly." And then he says, "So shall it be." It was based on what he saw.
Right.
And so she says, what would have happened if God had said, "Jeremiah, what do you see?" And he goes, nothing.
Yeah.
What would have happened if he didn't see anything? So, you have to see and just believe that God is going to do big things.
And there's several things like that, because there's also, like we all know the verse about like, without vision the people perish. But the one that I think of that probably wouldn't come to your mind as quickly is when God had, I'm trying to remember, obviously it's Old Testament, and it was during the time of, so I'm trying to think of who it was, where God had him fire the arrows, and he fired 3 arrows into the ground, and God basically said, "You done screwed up." He's like, if you'd fired like 5 or 6 or more, you would have totally beat your enemies, but because you only fired 3 arrows, you guys are going to have a couple of victories, but then they're going to come back, and you guys aren't going to completely conquer them. And it's kind of like that same principle.
That'd be me, guys.
It's like, so like if you're doing a vision
my
board,
non-goal-oriented self, I'd be shooting like 3 arrows.
That's probably good, right?
Good.
I always think that
We're
when I
good.
read it, I'm like, I would have been like, probably kept doing it and say,
No. I'm out of arrows.
Do I keep going? Do I keep going? Tell me when to stop.
Yeah.
I do this kind of thing to you all the time. I'm like,
Yeah.
you just tell me when.
Right.
Stop shooting me with arrows, Jonathan. So yeah, we kind of wanted to talk about that and just kind of wrap that up, or not wrap it up, but to talk about that a little bit. Just
We plan to do vision boards. I plan to do vision boards with the kids this year. We haven't done them yet, but I want to do one. Jared's gonna let us cut up all his photography magazines.
Oh, I'm not.
So we
Oh.
can use
So,
them.
so the thing you said about framing is I actually do mine through Staples, because then you can
Okay.
just upload your pictures and make, like, I do the foam board and have it laminated, so it's really nice and beautiful, the pictures.
That's
I
why
can
he accomplishes his
kinda-
goals, folks.
kind of like switch those pictures however you want. I put the ones that are similar in a group over here so that I can see this all goes together. This all goes together. So here's my professional goals. Here's my personal goals.
That makes
Here's my
sense.
spiritual goals. So you can do it however you
Yeah.
want. Corkboard,
If you're a
painting it, you
teenager
can
and
design
you're thinking like, okay, so what are some categories I could have some goals in? Like Jonathan said, your spiritual goals, your goals with your relationship with God, your
Just start
your
there.
family goals, your education goals, your career long-term goals, These are just your health goals.
Your
Like
reading goals. You should all read more.
Lily has reading goals, which I don't know why she makes goals for herself, because of course she's going to read 3 books a
No,
day.
I'm
So.
saying they need reading goals. They need
Oh,
to read more.
she's trying to enforce her beliefs on you. You need reading goals.
So I'll give a quick, because they both talk. I'll give about what I have planned for the year. So I actually have 2 vision boards, and one is in November when I turned 36, I was like, dang, I'll be 40 in 4 years. Wow. And
True
so I was
story.
like, who do I want to be when I'm 40? Because 40, that's like a big, when he says Pinterest board, boom.
Yeah.
That is, you need
There
to
you
print
go,
it off though
Pinterest.
and have it.
Yeah, you
visual.
have to have it I
Where
mean,
you
if you
see
have Pinterest on your computer 24/7, I mean, that works.
I need to stop looking at their
Here's
text.
the thing. the phrase, it says, out of sight, out of mind.
Well, like we
You gotta
had
keep it in front of your
students who had a
eyes.
refrigerator who had a smart TV in front of it.
Oh,
They could have
yeah.
put their vision board up
Right.
there.
There you go.
Pinterest.
But
pull it up.
no, so for me, I was
Not
like,
that
who do I
cool.
want to be when I'm 40? And I started thinking about that, and I spent most of November thinking about that. Like, who do I want to be when I'm 40? You know what, Wendy? You're older than I am, and you spelled my name
I
wrong.
keep trying to tell him he's
You're-
an old man. He won't
I'm not
listen.
Jared Moore.
We're old.
He's getting a lot of grays.
Mm-hmm.
So, I was like, who do I want to be when I'm 40? I'm like, yeah, actually, Wendy, I'm harassing you, but I did. I was like, 40's old. Like, okay, everyone who's like older than that is not right now.
So when
like,
you're 40,
cursing
I'm
us.
going to be 30, so that's very
Yeah.
scary.
So I was like, I want to like
This
to me
is the
like
reason
40's
we're getting
old.
serious about vision boards.
I want to like who do I don't just want to be like whoever shows up there. Like who do I want to be when I'm 40? And I spent like a month, like write it down, and I kept putting like stuff down. I was like, no, I don't know, like I don't really like that one. I was working on it. And I was like, okay, I spent all this time. If I just put it in like a notebook, I'm gonna forget about it, and it's not much is gonna happen. So I want to do it. So I have my like who I want to be when I'm 40 board, and then I have my like 21 board. So like this year, what I want to accomplish, and the other one's like who like the things I want to accomplish by the time I'm 40.
Oh, gotcha. Because I was
So-
like, you're way past 21.
No, 2021. Like at the end of the year, like what do I want to accomplish this year?
Gotcha.
And then the other one is like what I want to be, by the time I'm 40. And then, when I'm 40, obviously, then I'll just update it to like whatever. Because typically you would have it be like, this is what I want to accomplish like in life, and then like here's like what I want this year. But instead of life, I said I'm gonna make it the next 4 years.
Well, mine is kind of a mix because I put stuff on there that I really would like to happen this year. Do I expect that all of it is going to happen? I don't think it's all going to happen this year, but I at least want to be on track for it to happen. So if it's not going to happen this year, then I want to be like some of the things that I'm saving up for. I at least want to have my savings greatly increased to have that next year if I don't have it this year.
Yeah.
Different things like that. It's like
Right, you gotta
like,
be
that's kinda mine is a
flexible a
mix.
little bit.
I have put some of the same. I've had 3 vision boards, and some of I just got rid of my other 2 because I'm like a lot of it's being transferred to my new one, and it is all the same stuff. So that just tells me, okay, some of this I wasn't serious enough about,
Yeah.
but that tells me that it is something that I need to focus on because it's been on 2 boards so far, and I haven't really gone too far with it. So if you transfer it to a next year's board, that's okay. Just keep going after
Keep
those
going.
goals.
So
Someday you'll get a driver's
my buddy
license.
Michael, he texted me some ideas for my vision board. So the first one is of Captain America ripping a log in half.
Right?
That would represent physical.
Right?
Perfect.
Second one is Tony Stark like chilling all cool in his armor. That would represent financial goals, right?
There you go.
And then the last one is Thor like powering up his hammer. I don't know if that represents spiritual or like
Go with
learning goals.
Go with spiritual.
But either way, like what, to become a god though? Like that
He's
is
power-
that is Thor, right? Yeah.
He's powering up with the Holy Spirit.
The Holy Spirit's electricity?
Yeah.
Anyways, so
I thought the Holy Spirit was the Force.
I like these.
Yeah,
These
see?
are good.
Force lightning.
So yeah, and we have. I want to give a couple, and we're gonna wrap up here pretty soon.
that's
But
it.
one of the
The Holy Spirit
well,
is
Luke
not
does
the
it
Force.
without going to the.
Just say.
So
We're getting weird.
I'm trying to keep us focused here.
Sorry.
And so I got you guys on each side of me. I got the gift squad here, like trying to keep this like focused here. So a couple things about those. Like I want to say really quick. So one is you may be like don't kick yourself if you're trying to gauge like what you should put on it, right? Like what's too easy, what's too hard. I heard one thing about goals once. A guy he set 10 goals for himself every year, and his theory was he's like. I don't expect to get all 10 because he says if I get like 9 or 10 of them, that means they were too easy. But if I only get like 1, 2, or 3 of them, they were too hard. So he's like, I set 10 goals for myself every year, big goals, and my goal is to hit somewhere between like 6 or 7 of them. And that means I'm setting like appropriate goals so the others can roll over the next year. I'm getting most of them. Other people think like, no, you should have your 1 focus, your 3 things. But I will say like, don't feel like you're a loser if you don't hit them. Like Jonathan was talking kind of before, like that he's about 50-50. That he's right. Is that about what you said? You get about 50 of your goals?
I don't even know if it's 50-50.
Well,
I
it's
mean,
not
I'm,
100.
Like, on track with some of them, but a lot of them, like I start going in that direction, then I'm not sure, and I stop,
That's
different
me, my
things like
school
that.
goals
But
every year.
And the thing about it is like and think about like the compound effect too of like, oh, I've been doing this for 10 years. Do I hit my goals every year? No, but every year, like, so if you go from like, oh, we'll just see what happens this year versus like, I have these 5 things or these 3 things I want to do. And you're going to, even if you're only hitting 1 or 2 of them, you're clearly getting further along than you were before, right? And one last thing I just want to say about it real quick. Grant Cardone, he takes this to like a really extreme level where he has now he doesn't break them up between like big, small, whatever. He just writes them all. He gets the legal pads, like, the long ones that I like.
Yes.
And he keeps them everywhere, but he keeps them, and he writes them twice a day. So every morning when he gets up, he writes out his goals. And again, this is like, he gave examples of like back when, before he had real estate, he's like, I want to have a 10 dwelling real estate complex, and he'd write that every day. And then once he got it, he changed it to bigger numbers. And every day it can be small stuff like, oh, I'm going to accomplish this in the next couple of days, all the way up to like, this will take me 10 years. And he would write them out every morning. He'd get up and write out his goals, and then every night before he went to bed. So he was but he's also the 10X guy, and he also gets an insane amount of stuff done. You have glitter on you.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
so I
Probably
think
a lot.
there's one more thing I just want to say, because you're talking about like
And
being
don't put us
discouraged
on
if you
our
don't get it all accomplished. But if you're thinking, I don't know what to put on there, then I would just say that, look at the things that you're good at, look at the things that interest you, and find out how you can become better at those things and grow in those things, because those are things that God has put inside of you. If you find that music is interesting to you, then maybe learn a new instrument, or, if you're artistic, practice that every day. Just you don't necessarily have to know where you're going entirely, just that I don't know how to say it, but just that you're growing in the areas that God has gifted you in, and as you trust Him in those areas and increase your knowledge and ability in those, He'll lead you and guide you in the way to go.
Like one of the things that I have, I'm just going to throw it out there now so you guys can hold me accountable, because this has been a couple of years that I've been putting this off, I think. But one of my things is, now I'm not necessarily saying this is going to be public, but I have wanted to start recording myself singing and put videos on
For like the last 3 or 4 years. I'm going to do it this year.
I'm going to do it this year. I'm going to do it. And I don't really know, like Jonathan is saying, I don't know where that's going or what the real purpose is for. I know that personally, I just want to do it for because I love singing and I love music. I think it would be kind of cool for future generations, or like my kids grown up, to have that to look back on. Just some sentimental things, being able to sing songs that I love to my kids or things like that. But I've always had these negative talk of like, that's so vain, or that's like, you're just copying these other people who do it. So I always talk myself out of it. I feel like no matter what, when I'm like, I'm going to do it now, then someone else starts doing it right at that same moment. And so I'll be like, no, they'll think I'm copying them. I'm not doing it. So I'm not saying no. I don't care if 3 other people do it at the same time as me. I'm doing it this year, starting my singing videos.
I'm going to post it first. I'm going to do it first.
So
go ahead.
Hey,
I want to see your singing.
I would make
All
an
I'm
easy
saying
$20 for Mark if I did.
we should do a video together. That's all I'm saying, because that's along some of that's along the same lines as like what I'm doing.
Right.
Yeah, you've been posting with your stuff.
I've done like 3 or 4. So here's a confession. My vision board for last year was that I was supposed to do 1 a week, and I think I did a total of 5 videos.
See?
But I started. I got a
That's
YouTube
what I told
started.
Jared the other day. I'm
I
like,
did 5 videos.
who's
I
thinking
did
1
not
a week
do.
too?
I did not do 52 videos. I did 5.
Right.
But I started a YouTube channel.
But how many did you do the year before that?
I didn't.
Exactly.
No,
so 0.
I started in January, and I actually started with like 1 piano instrumental, just like a 30-second clip. and it evolved to a full song of me singing, which Mark heard, and then
Yeah.
I started singing the worship, and it was like, that was where I wanted to go with it, and I didn't know how it was going to get there. And
Right.
then as people like Pastor Jared started telling me, you gotta push yourself out there, you gotta do more.
Yeah.
Eventually, I did it, and I see where that went just from one step of obedience. So,
Yeah.
Hey,
a lot of
Alex.
power in all this.
Alex tuned in.
What did he just jump in?
Yay!
I can say a couple of my things, like you talk about the singing every day. So I committed to do it. Actually wasn't. I started this 16 days ago to vlog every day for.
I'm not singing every day.
So I'm doing a
Wow.
vlog
I was
video,
thinking- I was thinking
video
one a
every day
week also.
for Business Heroes.
Yeah.
So I committed to doing that. And one of the things I put on my vision board is a picture of The Rock, and I'm gonna look like The Rock by the time I'm 40. So
The Rock Johnson.
This
Yeah.
is kind
Dwayne
of a
Johnson.
point of
So,
tension between us.
there
I have
is
no interest in being
One of my
married to
pictures.
The Rock.
I don't even know who
I
this.
have no interest in the rock.
I don't even know who
It
this random guy is that's on my vision board, but I do have a picture of this guy who's jogging and he's like got earbuds and he's drinking water. He's very solid
No.
and very fit, and I'm
Fit.
like, that's how I'm gonna look at the end of the year.
you can look like that'll be you at the end of the year.
I would.
And that'll be me at the end of the year. So he's going to be Captain America, and I'm going to be Thor by the end of the year.
Go for it,
That's
guys.
what we're going to do. Boom. Now, obviously, The Rock's not the best example because, well, I have hair. But it's funny because I've been like, oh, I should pick. And it's funny because you're like, oh, what do we pick? And I have played around with that because I'm... not that Rock. Not that Rock. That's from that movie where he's like really
Dead.
fat and chubby.
I feel like I'm spending New Year's with Michael Wendy.
Yeah, it's awesome. So I was like, oh, I should pick someone like Chris Hemsworth because you know he obviously looks more like me. And that would you would think visually that would make a better mental picture, but compared to The Rock. But then I was like, no, because like I love The Rock's like work ethic and his thing about like his whole mentality. So when I look at it, I don't just see like a buff guy who's in shape. I look at it and we talk about the picture, the power of like the actual picture. Instead of it just saying like, oh, get in good shape, I look at the picture of The Rock and I remember all the things I've heard him talk about how he's like at the gym at like 4:30 in the morning and how he's like relentless with it. And I think about all these things and it triggers that emotion and it makes it easier to get out and actually do what I need to do. Versus like if I'm like, oh, I'm gonna pick Chris Hemsworth because I just feel like that's a closer visual representation. There's no emotional attachment to that.
So that's interesting that you said that because like one of the other things on my board is a picture of one of my favorite artists playing keys because it represents my goals for like personally growing in worship myself. So I was looking around for pictures of like an artist at playing the keys and singing and that kind of stuff, and I actually came across one of my favorite artists. And so to me, seeing him on there is like, I love his heart. I love the way he worships. He's like how, like I want to be like that. That's where I want to go with this. So having that, you know, picture of someone that represents more.
I was
to
going
you.
to say I'm going to put a picture of Whitney Houston, but then it got weird when he started talking about like wanting to go that path because I don't really want to go that path. 'Cause Whitney didn't end up very good, but she'd definitely be on my vision board for vocal aspirations.
I don't know, like, who have we got? I mean, I don't know, Kim Walker Smith. She's
How
got,
is
like,
Judah
a
still
powerhouse
awake?
voice.
Lily, do you have any goals for this year? If so, come up and share them, and then we're gonna end it. We'll let you
Lily
close
is
us
our
in
resident
prayer.
youth student here with us that we keep in our house.
Well, and we've been pulling Judah into because we're trying to cross over a little bit now that we're
With kids,
next gen
yeah.
pastors. We want to bring within some of the gaming, some of the geek church.
Super
We want to
weird.
bring in some of the
My son will
gaming
be like
kids.
in youth in like a year and a half.
Yeah,
2 years.
Let me have my
awesome.
It's insane.
All right, Lily, what's yours? What's your big
I
thing?
want
Don't
to
stand right behind me. No one can see you. There we go.
I can't see anything. You've completely blocked us from being able to see.
Just go like in
Just look at
front
the
of
camera.
table. a little
You're good
bit.
right there, Lily. You're good right there.
Go ahead.
I want to every morning before I start reading, read through the Bible, and I want to get better at writing my poems and short stories.
Nice.
Cool, right here. So, what would you put on a vision board to represent that?
And she wants to get straight A's.
No.
She's like, I don't care about that.
Not
She's like, if I
A's.
get straight A's, I don't have as much time to read books. Come on. Well, okay, let's see your poems and your stories and stuff. What would be a good picture to put on your vision board to represent that?
A journal or a pen.
Or a picture of Edgar Allan Poe.
He's creepy.
Or a raven.
He's creepy.
Okay, wow. Would you know him or something? Did you meet him?
No, but I know he's creepy.
The picture of the poet is not going to inspire her. It's gonna.
How is a
just-
picture
she-
of
it's
a
gonna
worship
inspire-
leader then?
Happy New Year, Teddy!
It's gonna inspire her to rip down her vision board off
There
the
you go.
wall.
my two sisters loved Edgar Allan Poe, so if she wanted to do that, that would be a good picture for her. Lily, you willing to close us in prayer for this New Year's party?
Sure.
There's like 300 people watching.
You gotta pray for the new year. Pray for the new year.
Actually, we did
Pray
just jump up.
All of 2021's hopes rest on your prayer. That we don't have another 2020.
Now there's pressure.
Okay, come up closer because I know you're about to
I'm
get
just
real
kidding.
quiet as you pray. She's like, yeah, I want to pray. I want to read the Bible. It's time to pray. Okay.
Her vision is gonna be to be louder when she
Okay.
prays.
All right, go ahead. Go ahead.
Project.
Close us off in prayer, Lily.
God, I pray that 2021 is a really good year and everyone accomplishes a lot of their goals and that they don't quit on them and we don't have another year like 2020 because 2020 wasn't that good with the whole coronavirus thing. And I hope it ends so we don't have to wear mandatory masks and everybody has a good year in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen.
You can go to local youth events. I'm not local youth events. Yeah.
Yeah.
Section.
Yes, we want our.
Judith, you want to say anything before we log off? Do you want to
Do you
come and
think
tell
of
them
a
how I was
resolution?
hacking?
Did
Don't
you
do
think
that,
of
so
a
all we're gonna
resolution?
go.
He's been trying all night.
I was gonna say I think he wants to
No.
come and do that, but
You
no.
didn't
You
think
want to
of
come say anything? No?
Juna's New
You
Year's
tired?
resolution is to beat one of those tournament thingy majigs and
His-
win real money in Fortnite.
Ooh.
Right?
You gotta get sweaty if you're gonna do that,
Big
bud.
smile.
Gotta get real sweaty. All right, guys. Oh, I haven't been streaming this whole time. Just kidding.
Right,
People are,
because
like,
people are
sticking stuff
talking.
in.
I got
People
it.
are commenting how
I
we're
got
not
it.
streaming.
I actually had a thought
Oh,
in
you
the middle
mean-
of it, like, what if the camera's not recording? And then I'm like, that was stupid because we can see it.
It's the meteor strike and half the world went black.
Mm-hmm. Yep. All right,
That's what I
guys.
said earlier.
We
Happy
will
New
see
Year.
you.
Happy New Year.
Love
We'll
all
see
you
you later.
guys.
Happy New Year. Is it done?
It's